Here. And in this video, we're going to talk about the company Amway. We're going to do a deep dive and discover what Amway is, how their business works, if they're legit or not, and we're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. This video is for really one person and one type of person only. If you're thinking about joining their company, if you're thinking about getting involved in the Amway opportunity and being one of their reps or kind of affiliates as they call it, or being someone that's going to be promoting the Amway opportunity and the Amway products, this video will be very beneficial to you because I was in Amway. So I understand the good, and there is good, but also the bad and the ugly, and there are some things that they kind of sweep under the rug that they don't want to necessarily tell people. And a video like this can be very powerful because if you don't have the entire picture overview, which you're going to get in this video, and you make a decision, there's been businesses or things I've tried where it sounded good, and after a couple months I really saw the whole picture, and I didn't really like it. So the goal of this video is to hopefully save anyone that's thinking about joining Amway a lot of time, so you can make a real informed decision if Amway is something you want to get involved in, and if you want to put your time and kind of resources into making Amway work for you. So the first thing we got to do is we're going to talk about some of the good stuff. Then we're going to talk about, I don't even like it, but there's some bad stuff. Then we're going to talk about some good stuff, and then there's some more bad stuff. So let's talk about the good stuff. The good stuff is, how are you going to make money in Amway? How does Amway pay you? Well, the first way it pays you is if you sell Amway products. So for example, Amway has like some vitamins. So if you get someone to buy Amway vitamins, Amway basically says, hey, this person wasn't buying Amway products before. You got them to buy Amway products. You introduced them to Amway products. We're going to give you a commission for it. We're going to give you some money for it. Amway will pay you. If you sell their items and you kind of go along with their compensation plan, they will pay you money for that. That is the good thing about Amway. The other thing that Amway has going for it, Amway's been around for a long time. They're a very established company. I joined a network marketing company. It's called like a pyramid or a multi-level marketing company that was brand new, and it actually got shut down. The owner kind of messed up some things with the business, and it ran into a bunch of issues. So what's nice about Amway's been around for a while. They're established. They're like probably not going anywhere. So like if you like what you hear in the rest of this video, and you're willing to do some of the things we're going to talk about here in about 60 to 90 seconds, it's very solid. They're very stable. The other thing that's good about Amway is their products are very good. A lot of times their products are superior than other products. So if you get someone on like Amway vitamins, there's a good chance they're going to stick with Amway vitamins because a lot of times Amway vitamins are a lot better and higher quality. They're made a lot better. I've even heard their absorption ratio is a lot better than other stuff. So if you get someone to get over to Amway products, they're probably going to stay there and keep buying from you forever. That's the other good thing about it. If they're buying some vitamins from you from Amway, well, after a while, they're going to run out of the vitamins. So they're going to need more vitamins. And then they can reorder from you, and then you kind of get paid every time they buy from you off of a customer that you developed once. That's the good news. We got to talk about the bad news now. I used to work at AT&T, and I used to sell AT&T products. And AT&T would pay me every time I sold AT&T products. I used to go to AT&T, and I would clock in, and I got paid hourly, and then I also got paid commission. So anytime I sold an AT&T cell phone case, or I got someone to switch over from Sprint, AT&T would pay me. Where did the customers come from? The customers came because AT&T would advertise. People would walk into the AT&T store, and then I would sit there and I would sell to people that would come into the store. AT&T provided the customers. Where are the customers going to come from for you to market and promote and sell Amway products? You are going to have to create them. You are going to have to go out there, you're going to talk to your friends and family, and when you're out and about, you're going to have to be communicating with people and basically always be selling. So maybe you are, maybe you're at the gym, and maybe you're at the gym, and there's a guy working out, and you kind of try to strike up a conversation, ask him what kind of, healthy shakes or bars he eats, if he eats any, and then you're going to try to sell him Amway products, like Amway shakes, Amway bars. That's like what you're going to have to be doing. So you're basically going to be like a walking salesperson. A lot of people don't like to sell. A lot of people don't like the idea of it all relies on you. You're going to have to go out there and always be making connections, always be pitching people. That's something to consider. That's something to understand. That's like what your main job is going to be. Now, the second part about Amway, which is good, and then we've got some other stuff we got to talk about. But the first thing that's good about Amway, the other thing that's good, and the other way you get paid, is you can get people underneath you. So we're going to say this is you right here. This is you. You got into Amway, and you're at the gym, and you make friends with Bob that works out, and Bob takes this protein health shake, and he gets it over here at this junkie place, and you get him to start buying Amway protein shake. And he starts buying from you, and you eventually say, hey, Bob, this is Bob. You say, hey, Bob, you've been buying my stuff for a while. What if you could get paid every time you buy my stuff, and then if you find other friends that that are interested in working out products, and you get them, turn them on to the same type of products you're taking, you get paid for it. Bob says, yeah, that sounds good. So you bring Bob on your team. This is you introduce Bob to Amway. So Bob is on your downline. Bob is like one of your team members, okay? Bob is now going to go out there, and Bob is going to try to get people to buy Amway products as well, doing the same thing, and even get people on his Amway team. And every time he sells a product, Amway is going to say, you know what? Because you introduced Bob to the opportunity, and because Bob would not have sold Chris over here, vitamins, Amway vitamins, if it wasn't for you, every time Bob sells something, we're going to give a little bit of money to you. So Bob sells something to here, you get a little money from Bob's effort. Bob sells something over here, you get a little money from Bob's effort. And over time, you could have a Bob, a Susan, a Christian. You could have a bunch of people all underneath you that are all recruiting people and all selling Amway products. And every time those people get a sale, a little bit of money goes to you. There are people in Amway that make very good money now that actually don't really work pretty much at all because they put in time when they built this team of people that are underneath them that are all selling. That's the good news. You can make like really good. I mean, there's people in Amway that are rich, that are making a lot of money because they put in the effort and they built the team. That's the good news. What's the bad news? Aaron, why has there got to be bad news? Well, it's just how it is. The bad news is in Amway, you're probably not going to be making a lot of money in the beginning. Okay. Amway's a thing where it's like long delayed gratification, where it's kind of like, not all the times, but most people you see that are successful, they grind it out for a few years in their Amway business until they get established and they're selling a bunch of products and they got a bunch of team people underneath them. So when you go tell someone, listen, you're probably not going to make any money now. 6 months from now, you might be making a couple dollars, but not that much. But if you become a salesperson and pitch everyone you talk to, which makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and you do that for a very, 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 very long period of time, eventually, Bob, you could be making great money. And because of that, Amway has a high turnover rate. If you're in their company, remember, I was in their company. I signed up. If you're in their company, you know how it is. People come to meetings. Sometimes they're there a week, 2 weeks, a month, a few months, and then they drop out. So in order, it's not like you're going to recruit 10 people and they're all going to stick. I mean, in theory, that could have happened, but the chances of it happening are probably very, 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 very small. You might have to recruit like 100 people underneath you, and then maybe like a few of them will stick. But if you're willing to do that, and you're willing to practice delayed gratification, you can build a great business in Amway. So that's kind of the whole Amway thing. There's pros and cons to it. What I would say is you need to ask yourself if it's worth it for you. Is it worth it for you to grind it out for probably a few years before you start making money? Be okay not making money. You're going to have to get good at sales. I mean, when you're paying for gas, you're going to have to be saying, hey, I like your hair. What do you do to take care of your hair? I mean, you're going to kind of have to be pitching stuff. But if you're okay with that, you can build a very nice, a very substantial Amway business. So that's the big picture overview for Amway. Now, I will tell you, I put together a present for people that are watching this video because I've tried everything. I tried Amway, Ambit Energy, Primerica, Power Network, a bunch of other MLMs. I've tried different money-making opportunities. I've been at this for about 12 years now. Some of these worked out really good. Some of these didn't work out. I actually never made any money in Amway. But over time, I discovered there's better ways to make money than others. There's different opportunities that are easier to do and easier to get started and are less risk than others. So what I wanted to do is I put together a free report for anyone watching this video that wants access to 3 different specific ways you can start using to make money online now. Each of these 3 ways are 100% free. There's nothing you ever have to pay for. You just get paid for them. You don't need any experience, and there's no selling or recruiting. So if you'd like instant access to that free report, if you look in the description, so if you're on your cell phone, if you're on your computer, just look in the description and I have a link. It'll say like 3 ways to make $100 a day online fast. And if you go to that link, you can download the free report. Well, I will share with you what each of these 3 ways are and how you can start using each of these 3 ways in your life now. Again, each of the 3 ways are 100% free. They're 100% free. You will never have to spend any money to get started with any of them. There's no selling involved. There's no recruiting involved. And you literally don't need any experience. So I just wish someone would have shared this video with me along with that report with me about 12 years ago, because I'd probably be a lot further off than where I am now. So that's what I got for you guys. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments. Was it helpful to you? Are you in Amway now? Are you thinking about signing up for Amway? You just pop and see this video just because you're kind of scrolling around the internet and sometimes videos just pop up. That's what I got for you. My name's Aaron Goldston and you have a fantastic